Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about cardio. Should you do cardio? Should you not do cardio? I just did a video about what supplementation you should take post-workout. So go check it out. But now I want to and it gave me the idea, I need to talk about cardio because I don't do cardio. In fact, I do zero cardio. In fact, as you can see, I'm maintaining a low body fat percentage, around 10%, and I go from 9 to probably 11% depending on everything. Stressors. Bam. Yes, yes, yes. I always say that this is a business, right? And people are like, God damn, stop showing your body. And I'm like, shut up and turn the channel. This is for people who just tune in, and they're seeing me for the first time. So it's a constant reminder of what you can achieve as we get older. That we are not hopeless. We are not in a mindset of hopelessness. And you can change your mind, which changes your epigenetic expression of your genes. Just a thought. Here we go. Cardio. Should you do it? I would say that you should do it kind of like my friend did that had a heart attack last year in the gym at 32. Yes, I know, right? Totally freaking nuts. But he had one because he ate a bunch of garbage. He ate fast food and he bragged about it. Boom! People don't understand that today, younger people, their immune systems are completely gutted, like a fish gutted. Yeah? Don't believe me? You have no idea, even in utero. Children in the mama's belly are exposed to 200 chemicals before they're even born. What's this autism? What? Are you freaking kidding me? ADD? Oh, my child has ADD. Let's put them on Ritalin. So here I am digressing, going from cardio to these things, but they're all interconnected, right? So what I'm saying is you don't want to do cardio and be in a catabolic state unless you want to do cardio to build your heart. If you're eating bad, because eating bad creates those other disorders I just mentioned, like autism and ADD, well, amongst like a million other autoimmune disorders. But the guy who had the heart attack, he needs to do cardio. And we're talking brisk walk followed by intermittent, speed it up, 30 seconds, burst, followed by chilling out, recovery. And recovery period means let's get stress hormone back down, because stress hormone catabolizes and breaks down your muscle, which we don't want to be catabolic because it's also very toxic to your DNA. It's putting too much stress on the body to overtrain. And there is such a thing as overtraining. Being a sports athlete does not mean that you're healthy. It can gut your immune system. These marathon people can screw up their immune systems. People who obviously, I was a pro skater, so I freaking geeked myself, broke tons of stuff. And now I've got inflammation in the joints because of that. So how I work out is critical to today's health of my body. So doing chronic cardio would just create more inflammation in the joint, which is also going to affect everything. It's going to affect my keto adaptation because inflammation in any way can block me being in a highly adapted keto state of ketosis. Your brain learns how to burn ketones, which are freaking even burning. They're like even. Everybody thinks that thing should shoot through your body real quick, but that's an excitatory response, and that is not good for our bodies. We want chill. We don't want craziness. Yeah? Here we go. So, what happens when you do cardio? Well, let's say that you're not in ketosis, because most people are not. And they do it for a while and they get frustrated, which is why people are now coming to me, and I'm mentioning this as well in every video, that you can find me at stephanieperson.com. The site's new, so I'm going to chunk it up to tell you and show you and give you the tools on how to keto adapt more efficiently, because it's a battle. And these videos are also kind of, even though they're over talked and all over the place, there's always a nugget of information. So today's nugget is about not overtraining and not doing too much cardio, because believe it or not, you're not accessing your body fat storage. You're accessing amino acids, which is catabolic, which is inflammatory to the body. So if you look at cardio bunnies, they don't improve. And when I moved from Sweden, because I used to live in Sweden, in Göteborg, hejsan till alla mina vänner. When I used to live there, basically they were more into like fitness and less into cardio, because they don't have an obesity problem because they're always walking, and the food quality is fantastic. I really wish that we would get hip and get the food that Swedes are able to get, because they're very strict on the regulation of GMOs, hormones, and everything in their food. So it feels like you go to a normal supermarket and you're getting organic foods just naturally, because that's what they believe in. Geez, when I moved back here, I'm watching people at the gym, which is great. I live in Cali, I live in LA. All these people are working out, but they look like shit. I'm sorry, they look like shite. It just came out, I swear. They don't look great. Actually, I'm not sorry, but I don't want to, like, you know, parents are showing kids my videos, and even though I love to swear, I'm trying to, like, tone it down just a little bit. Otherwise, I'll be sounding like a sailor outside of this video. I'm just saying. Okay. Here we go. So basically, you get on this treadmill, or you get on the Stairmaster and you're pumping it, right? So after 10 minutes of being a glucose-dependent person, you've depleted your storages. And when the gas tank is empty, where are you going to get your fuel from? You think your fat cells? No. Look at people. When I moved back to the States, nobody looked fantastic at all. They looked sickly, actually, to be honest. Really, to be honest. They're catabolic. They're inflamed. So basically, I would say HIIT training is a better method of working out to create a growth hormone effect, right? So you can repair, you can build, and you can get lean. Boom! But at the same time, even HIIT training, you have to be very careful. The high intensity interval training. Because some people are doing 30 seconds followed by a 30-second rest. And I'm like, no. 30 seconds followed by 2-minute rest. You're not going to get the big muscle gains if you're over-stressing the body out, because then you're producing too much cortisol. And now you're inflamed. And now you're not getting enough quality glucose to convert into glycogen in your muscle and liver to fuel the body if you're a carb burner. Obviously, if you're fat adapted, you are less catabolic. In fact, you're incredibly less catabolic, because your body learns how to burn body fat. It's not stressed. The body is not in a state of stress. We have access to foods. They are around us. We are eating fat, which is a signal to burn fat, which is very bizarre. Some people can't wrap their mind around it. They're like, oh, I'm going to get a heart attack if I eat egg yolks. And they're like, well, I do like 6 whites and 2 yolks. I'm like, what are you talking about? The yolks have the omega-3s in them from pastured eggs. Are you kidding me? There's so many nutrients in eggs, you have no idea. Get on it. Google. Hey guys. So basically, I am rambling, but I'm really telling you to be careful with your cardio. You don't want to burn muscle. If you're at the gym, don't do a P90X style video. Really? Really? Why do I have my phone on anyway? I had to turn that sucker off. Okay, so basically, which has gotten me all thrown off, which is going to make me digress some more. You can check out more information on how to get in a state of ketosis, where you train your body to use units of fat. It's anti-inflammatory, anti-aging. It preserves your telomeres. It takes away or lessens or helps repair autoimmune disorder. To get into a state of ketosis, you have to eat the right macronutrient breakdown, the timing of it, according to you as an individual. You can't take somebody's way to do their macronutrient breakdown and think that you could do the same and get the same results, because it ain't going to happen. Period. I've done over 100 consultations, and I have to coach people, so I've been getting a lot of data on what, even the smallest things that can affect your keto adaptation, like cheese, caffeine. But even doing too much cardio can make it very difficult for your body to cross that bridge over and use ketones, which is units of fat. Instead, you might be in a catabolic, chronic catabolic state when you first try the keto diet, and you are not accessing your body fat. So you're just low carb, which means you're catabolic, which is stress on the body, inflammation on the body, and exacerbates the problem. So people come to me and they're like, because you're always going to either go through a couple days or a few weeks or even months if you're not smart. You're always going to go through a catabolic period as your brain goes from one energy fuel source to another. You want to do sustained cardio? You want to build your heart? Get into ketosis. This way, you're not breaking down amino acids. You're breaking down fatty acids. You're breaking down ketones. Okay, guys, that's it. We're in a too high range. I suggest I don't do any cardio, clearly, and I've got, boom, the business, low body fat at the age of 46, no refeeds on carbohydrates. That's a personal choice that I choose. Some people talk about doing a yearly cyclic ketosis based on a more true Paleolithic way. I choose not to. I do fantastic on ketones. Yeah! I can't express tons of energy, super mental clarity, alertness, cognitive skills like bam, memory like bam, muscle gains like bam, no cardio. And the way I personally work out is to take a ton of breaks and recover during my workout. Don't believe me? Look at the freaking business. Okay? You can't say this is genetics anymore. This is how I've expressed my genetics. It's called epigenetics. You don't believe me? Google it. Don't use people's genetics as an excuse, especially as you get older. I'm a hop, skip, and a jump away from 50. So you can't use my genetics as the reason why I look like this, because if you saw my family members, it's not the same. I'm being very general and very ambiguous here. But it's how, the point isn't about family members, it's about how I've expressed my own genetic potential. That is the key. So I choose to do no cardio. But you could say that I kind of do like a HIIT style of training, a high intensity, because I'm doing pull-ups, because I'm using my body where I'm using a hardcore burst within 30 seconds, followed by recovery. And sometimes I'll recover 5 minutes. And the only thing I'll do is literally stretch. Maybe that's the only thing I'll be doing in my recovery for 2 minutes. Or I'll be moving my core just to keep all of these injuries that I've gotten from skateboarding at bay, so I'm not too inflamed, because inflammation is a problem. Okay, guys, that's it. I suggest getting into weight training, resistance training, body weight training, instead of doing a bunch of treadmill, trying to run a couple of miles, which is catabolic. And that's what I suggest. If you want the business, get your... I have a tangent. I want to go on a tangent. I want to keep up my consistency as video tangents. Clean your gut up. Super important. Probiotic foods, super important. Prebiotic foods, super important. Vegetables, super important. When it comes to goitrogens and things like that, if you want to semi-cook your food, you don't want to have salads all the time, semi-cook it. Okay? Phytic acids, watch out for them. Mold, parasites, bacteria, low stomach acid, thyroid disorder, autoimmune. It can come down to plastics and toxins, and soy is garbage, GMO foods, especially corn, garbage! Those are the things you want to check out. Sleep is super important, but I think the main way to get lean and ripped is you. Because you are a representation of your body. They're connected. It's a representation of your body. If your body is not where you want it to be, then you here are not where you should be. Don't believe me? Look in the mirror. Boom. We are the age of the internet. Start learning more. And at that point, I gotta go. Check me out at Stephanie the Business. I keep forgetting because my old Facebook is stuffed. Stephanie the Business Person. Or you could go to my website, stephanieperson.com, to learn more. And I'll be back, guys. Bing, 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 bing.